Well, today's the day is June 15th, 2021, and today, as of midnight, things are officially reopened for business. There's no more restrictions. There is, no more real social distancing, if you will. There's none of that per se. Now, there are a few exceptions, apparently. And I think these exceptions are not going to last any longer, but there are a few exceptions. And it all depends on like where you're at. Whether you're at a school, a hospital, a nursing home, certain areas of business, there's still, that there's still that temporary, hey, you got to wear the mask kind of deal, even if you're fully vaccinated, so that, nothing, probably relapse or, you know, no other potential life-threatening pandemic-like germ or virus could be spread or something. I don't know. But I think, honestly, these are just going to be temporarily. There's not going to be that long before they get lifted as well. And speaking of lifting, Disneyland made the news. Yeah, Disneyland made the news, not just with what happened with John Campia's experience for him and his wife Anne during their anniversary, and an experience that others apparently have dealt with as well. But Disneyland has apparently made the news by making it announced, if you will, that they will be dropping the mask mandate as well. They will be dropping the social distancing as well. Um, the one catch to that is a lot of cast players and all that will still be having to be 6 feet away, if you will, when they're like looking at somebody or waving to someone. I don't know if that means those that are in the costumes. I'm assuming it does as well, but you have to ask yourself, well, why is that the case? If they're limiting, or not limiting, but if they're lifting, their mask mandates, they're lifting the social distancing mandates, then why should the cast and crew not be able to get close to that person? And again, I think it's the same reasoning as to why there are certain areas, as I mentioned here in California, that you still have to wear the mask, whether you're fully vaccinated, partially vaccinated, or not. And that is because they don't want a relapse with this whole COVID situation from their point of view, as well as the fact that they don't want to take a chance that we might get another potential global pandemic virus, discovered to where everything once again, I should say, would have to be shut down. But yeah, Disneyland made the announcement that they are lifting their mask mandate. They're lifting the social distancing mandate. The only catch is that the cast and crew, basically the cast members, have to still be 6 feet. I'm assuming mainly the other reason, besides not wanting to deal with relapse or potentially a new virus coming into play that can shut us down again. I think it's because of all these variants that are being talked about, that are coming in from other countries, and they don't want to take a chance that a variant might cross paths with one of the crew members, and that could cause something. I don't really know, but yeah, the silver lining is Disneyland is lifting the mask mandates, and to me, that's potentially going to be the first step in a lot of other things that they're starting to kind of change a little bit as well. John Campia talks about his experience, over this weekend for him and his wife Anne's anniversary. And basically as of right now, he's so upset that he doesn't want to go back for a long time. He'll probably go back. He's, you know how you get. You know how you get when you get angry at something, you're like, oh, I'm never going to go there again. No, I'm never going to do that again. And then sooner or later, you go back anyway. That's basically what I see from John. He's just angry right now. He vented. He's ranting, but he's eventually going to go back. He knows he will, and knows he will. And, if he doesn't, but for the time being, if he doesn't want to go until things change, that's his choice. But he will be going back. There's no doubt about that. And I think one of the reasons they did what they did with these virtual queues and stuff like that is because of is because of the pandemic, because of COVID. There was a lot of changes that had to be made in all kinds of businesses, theme parks, retail, you name it. So I wouldn't be surprised that one of the things that gets announced real soon is the do away of these virtual hubs, and that basically you can go back to, to the old school way or the traditional way of purchasing a pass or purchasing a package, if you will, that allows you to get onto certain rides, especially the rides that you want to get on, you want to experience, being hyped up a lot. But besides that, like I said, Disneyland's lifting it. I'm sure Universal's going to be doing the same thing. Knott's Berry Farm, Six Flags, Great America, they're all going to be doing it because, here's the big thing. Here's the big catch. They're doing it, they're lifting the mask mandates, but they're also trusting the customer, the consumer, the visitor, to be honest about whether or not they're immune to the virus, or they've gotten a negative test back, or they've gotten fully vaccinated or something. They're basically what it is they're going to attest to. They want the customer to look them in the eye and say, "Yeah, I'm cool, I'm good," before they enter. So they're putting their trust in into the visitors and the customers' hands when they enter the park or they enter these businesses that are doing what Disneyland has done and other theme parks will be doing as well as stadiums. There's no doubt stadiums are going to do the same thing for games and all that throughout this year. So a lot of things are opening up, dropping mask mandates, dropping social distancing mandates, going onto the floor and lifting up the social distancing signs that they put there. They're getting rid of all that because now, today, California is reopened and back to business. But again, like I said, there are a few catches, and that those catches are basically depending on where you actually go to, where you actually enter into from an indoor perspective. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. They also do recommend that if you aren't fully vaccinated and you're going to go into a restaurant, that you need to be masked up, except when you're eating. I think even Disneyland has said that. You need to be masked up if you're not fully vaccinated, but not when you're eating. You kind of get the idea. But I think over time, throughout the next couple of weeks, it's going to go from being more of a mandate or requirement or recommendation to, okay, we trust you, but if anything happens, we're going to have to, go back to the mask mandate or whatever the case may be for that area, for that business. But as of today, the state of California is officially reopened. As I check my time there, the state of California is officially reopened. Again, there are a few catches here and there, but I think those catches will be, temporary. And before you know it, I think even before September, before the last, big restriction, guideline, whatever is expired, things will be pretty much normal by then. But California's reopened, guys. So let me know what your thoughts are down below. Comment if you like. Let me know what your thoughts are in the live chat. And I'll talk to you all later.